Okay, so this is Chris Titus. In my book, and in my opinion, he's a genius, and not only a genius, but a trustworthy one. And I don't say that easily for everyone. This guy here, I've been watching him for years. There's no question about that. And he's a really great tech guy. And I'm talking about tech with a degree. He's not just a street tech. What he did, him and his team, did a Windows utility. Now, before this one, we used to use Ninite. Ninite is beautiful. Absolutely. There's no ifs and buts about it. But what his Windows utility did is way, way better. And why do I say that? Well, it's this one right here. This little thingy right here that you can do a lot of stuff. And we're going to go through a few of them really quick in a second. Let me get back here and show you how you get this one. I will drop this link on the description below. And when you come here, you'll see Chris Titus's whole repo and all that. You go here to code, you go download zip, and I already have it, so there's no need to mention that. And when you unzip the file, you will see this in the folder, the files themselves. Now, when you go back to the page, let me just go back here. If you scroll down, you will see how to launch the command, either by this command here or executing this one right here. In my case, I will use this one here. I just copied, or you can do this, select and copy. Let's minimize this. Now you can open a PowerShell however you want, but the best way to open a PowerShell in the existing folder tree would be holding the shift button down and right click on the mouse. When you do that, as you see now, it opens a open PowerShell window here. Click that, and right here, paste that command that we just saw right here, this command here, and just hit enter. When you hit enter, it will do all this stuff. Click yes when it's prompted to hit yes, and wait for it to do its thing. Now you are inside the window. What do we have here? Here is a treasure trove of software. I know Chris doesn't over sanctify it or over prioritize it, but let me tell you right now, you must have this tool. Despite him not trying to take too much credit, which he deserves all the credit, him and his team, they absolutely deserve credit for making this one. And if you want to see who the team is, just go here to About, and you'll see it's Chris Titus, Developer Derp, Kentai, and the version is 24.01.15 right now. What can you do here? Well, let's say you just installed Windows from zero, and you have nothing in your Windows, and even as little as having a Brave or Chrome or Edge would be right here. You come here, browsers, Brave, Chrome, Chromium, Flurb, LibreWolf, Thorium browser. By the way, really good browser. We're going to try to install this one. Since I'm showing you this whole thing here, Vivaldi. Vivaldi is a really good one. I used to use it. Now, when it comes to communications, you have Zoom, Thunderbird, Viber, Telegram, Teams. I don't really use any of that, so I'm not gonna bother with it. Developer tools, you have Clink, you have JetBrains Toolbox, Nano, Starship, the Shell itself, Sublime, Yarn. On documents, Adobe Reader, DC, Calibri, Foxit PDF. Most of these softwares here are not only free, but most of them are open source. You cannot get better than that. On the other hand, you have for gaming, Virtual Desktop Streamer, XEMU, or the emulator, Prism Launcher, Playnite, GeForce Now, GOG Galaxy, EA App, Electronic Arts, Microsoft Tools, the net runtimes, and all that good stuff. For example, the Visual Studio, GIMP here and multimedia tools. You have Pro Tools with WireGuard, WinScript, Rust Remote Desktop. I mean, this thing is full of good stuff. Absolutely good stuff. You have 1Password, 7-Zip, Alacrity Terminal, AnyDesk, AutoHotkey. You have everything you will need for your computer. Now let me just go ahead, because I already have most of these things. I'm just going to go ahead with Vivaldi and Thorium, and I'm going to hit install. When you click install selected right here, you will see the window switch its tone. Let me put it down just a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to hit install selected. Okay, it is currently running, as you see right here. It's installing Thorium, and just give it a second to finish Thorium, and then it will grab right away by itself, without you doing that much, Vivaldi. and looks like it's going towards the installation itself now with Thorium, and you'll see Vivaldi be installed too, or what's called a silent install. And as you see, the installers have finished. Thorium and Vivaldi have been done. Now let's just check. Let me minimize all these things. Boom. You have Thorium, you have Vivaldi. Let me just double click. Yep, Thorium works and it's good. Vivaldi, let's open it up really quick. And yep, it works. I'm not gonna do all that initial stuff here. And one more thing here, for example, if you hit, let me just close all these things right here because we don't need them. You just want to see this part. If we hit, for example, upgrade all, now it will upgrade what you have selected and what's already in your computer. So if the software finds, for example, that you have a runtime and framework and all that on already, it will attempt to upgrade them all. Let me just do it in real time. Let's hit here and it will go to town. As you see, in that framework that I already have, or runtime, it will go in and see if it needs to be upgraded or updated. This is a really beautiful and quite a powerful tool. And as I said before, I know Chris is a very humble guy and he maybe does not want to overplay how important this tool is for everybody. I understand a lot of you probably might be saying, well, but who is this Chris guy? I never heard of him. I'm telling you who he is, and I'm gonna drop a link to his channel. It's this guy right here, and this is his website, christitus.com, and yep, that's where his old videos are. That's where you can become a member of his channel. And yes, it's redoing Viber that I already have here and all this stuff. But just to show you who Chris Titus is, he's somebody that I would trust. When it comes to tech stuff, yes, I actually trust him, which is rare for me to say I trust anything on tech. When it comes to him, yeah, he's actually one of those guys that I fully trust him. And yes, as you saw, it did the runtime, now it's doing Viber, and all the software that's already in this list here will be upgraded and updated as needed. And besides that, you can go to Windows tweaks, are right here. Dark theme, Bing search and start menu. Nope, I don't want that. Numbers lock. Yes, I want that. Verbose logon messages. Nope. Show file extensions. Yes. Mouse acceleration. My mouse actually has other triggers, so it can be done manually. And right here, for example, you have run shut up, which is Windows shut up. It's a whole thing. You can run it, so you can tweak even deeper if you want to. Disable telemetry. I myself actually keep it disabled, but this is a fresh Windows, so I didn't get to everything. Wi-Fi sense. I never use Wi-Fi on my computer, so I don't really need it. I don't need activity history. I don't need temporary files. I don't need this cleanup, so I'm not gonna run it. Disable location tracking. I already have it, but I want to disable it here. Storage sense, hibernation, game DVR, Torito, service to manual, and all that cool stuff. And you have advanced tweaks now, for example, which is kind of, you gotta know what you're doing when it comes to that. I'm not gonna touch it right now, but you can do all this stuff. Remove OneDrive, for example. I already removed it, but I'm gonna just click it again and all that cool stuff. And you can do run tweaks right here, and it will start doing its own thing. As you see right here, it's running the scripts and all that good stuff, and it will stop some of the windows. And as you saw, it closed and opened again my Explorer because it's doing its own thing. And it's creating a restore point before it does all these commands that we gave it right here. In my opinion, this is absolutely a powerful tool. It's all the good stuff combined in one. I'm not even joking. All the good stuff, if you wanted some magic wand for Windows, is on this tool. And absolutely thank you and mad respect to Chris Titus and his team. And please, if you guys ever watch this video, and I'm talking about you viewers, not Chris Titus himself, because obviously he probably doesn't know I exist or never even heard of me, and I'm not butthurt about that. But what I'm saying is that if you ever watch this video and you get any kind of information out of this video, please go to the description below and click the link and subscribe to his channel. If you seriously want to get education regarding technology when it comes Windows, Apple, Linux, networking, and all that good stuff. And here you have the other one, boot recovery. Usually, I think HP computers have the boot recovery on F8, or F11 used to have some of them. But these are other things that you can do here. Here's the updates that you can do: default out of the box, security recommended, or disable all updates. It says not recommended for security features, especially when it comes to protection and shields. But if you have a reason to stop all updates, you can do it right here. And here's the micro windows. ISO location will be printed here. Select Windows ISO and all that. I'm not gonna update my Windows version, but you have all this control. Seriously, this is a lot of control over your Windows machine. And again, thank you, Chris Titus and all his team who worked tirelessly to make this possible for all of us. And I highly suggest you download this tool and have it nearby, because it's your magic wand for Windows. And with that said, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you can afford to donate to Chris Titus and his team as a thank you for all this work that they did with this little program that is quite powerful and extremely useful. For now, we'll see you next time. Bye!